And there really are no groups.
And you're right.
There are no groups because everybody wants to be a star.
Yes.
Everybody wants to be a star. And some people think that being solo is the best way to do it. And sometimes being a group is the best way to do it. And this is just my personal opinion. Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of Let Me Shoot Your Shot podcast. I'm your host, Griff. And today we have a really, really good show in store for you today. We have a special guest that's in the studio. This brother's been a singer-songwriter for quite some time, and he's been on tour with several of the groups.
R&B groups, yes.
R&B groups. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome y'all to Mr. Devon Hines. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Hey, man, you know what? It's an honor being here. Thank you for inviting me to this show, man.
I appreciate you reaching out, man. And, it's all about shooting your shot while we here. Being able to help inspire others to shoot their shot, in things that they want to do. I'm just thankful, you saw my podcast.
Yeah, it was good. And I like, the quality of it. It was really good. And you know what? The topic that you were talking about, man, you and some other guests, it was really good. So I was like, you know what? I know this brother, man. So let me see if I can get on this show talking about this new single that's playing in the background right now.
Okay. The instrumental of that new single. So we're going to get right into it, man. We're going to get right into it. Like I said, I really do appreciate you reaching out and coming on to the show. It's a pleasure to have you aboard. And, so introduce yourself to the people, man, and tell them, a little bit about yourself. Tell them about Devon.
A little about Devon, Devo, whatever. Well, my name is Devon Hines. In the R&B world, I go by Devo when I was touring and doing R&B music or whatever. But yes, my name is Devon Hines. I'm from here. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I stayed in Florida. Stayed in different parts of Florida. And you know what? I started singing at a young age, but I really didn't get into it until later on because I was into sports and stuff. Played football, ran track, did a little bit of mixed martial arts. I love to box and I just love staying active.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. That is what's up, man. It's always good to, kind of stay active with what you're doing, and especially, being a singer and a songwriter and being on tour, you got to make sure that
body's in shape.
That you in shape. You can't be running out of breath while you on the stage
trying to sing and dance at the same time.
Exactly.
Oh
no,
exactly. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I ran into some cases, some artists that couldn't do it. They was out of breath, man. But you know what? That wasn't me, whatever. But yeah, a little bit about me, a little bit more about me. I like I said, I love to sing. I love to cook as well. I love baking. I learned that from my mom, and just she taught me a lot. I come from a huge family. I have 6 sisters and 2 brothers.
Okay.
And so we're a really close family, and I just love just helping people. That's the most important thing. That's what I was taught when I was growing up. It's always better to give than to receive.
Well, this is true. That's what it's saying in the Bible too. So
yes, sir.
That's what. So how did you shoot your shot in singing? What were your first steps as far as shooting your shot, as far as being a singer, songwriter, in the music game?
Well, like I said, I started writing at a young age because I was really good in my writing class, my reading class, writing class. I was really good. I was a really good writer. I even remember my teacher, Mr. Harad. He was like, "Son, one day you're gonna do some really, really good writing for somebody. I don't know who it is because I wrote really good poetry." And I really enjoyed that class. But later on in life, after football, getting injured and all of that, I went on to audition for this concert chorale choir at my college, Bethune-Cookman College at the time. Now it's Bethune-Cookman University.
Okay, HBCU.
Yeah,
okay.
HBCU. So I auditioned for that, and I got in and started singing. I sing all kinds of music, classical, opera, gospel. I learned those different techniques and singing. So I really enjoyed it. And I went on to get into a group, and we traveled, and I met a lot of great people.
Okay, so you were part of a group.
Yes, I started off in the concert chorale, and then from the concert chorale, I saw some guys. Some of the guys, we formed a group, and we just started singing, and got picked up by a label.
How many people were in the group?
It was 4.
4. Oh, 4-man group. You don't catch too many 4-man groups anymore, man.
Yes, it was like in the late 2000s. That was back when the R&B was
R&B was still holding its own in the industry. Now ain't no more.
That's what we doing now. We trying to bring it back.
Ain't no more love ballads.
Oh yeah, this is why I'm bringing it back.
Ain't no more ballads. Ain't nobody really singing about nothing. It's just, I don't even know what it is. I think what it is. Don't have me go off on a tangent.
Well, I mean, what it is, the beats are really good and the hooks are really catchy. So people they're not listening to the lyrics; they listening for the beat.
Right.
So this is what I do. I stepped in. I said, you know what? Let me come and write something that's meaningful, something that our age, age 40 on up can relate to. Even young people. My daughter, she loves the song "Show Me How to Love You," and that's what we need right now, because there's so many things that's going on in relationships and marriages and stuff. Is the most important thing I say is communication in a marriage, in a relationship.
And in any relationship, whether it be marriage or just a dating scene or situation, communication is always key. So, and we're going to talk a little bit more about your single, as we progress.
Okay.
And stuff like that, because I like to let people who's going to watch and listen get to learn a little bit more about who's on the show.
Yes.
And on how they shot their shot as far as in the path that they took. Like I always say this, in anything that you do, there's always some first steps that you always take. And you had some first steps. You started at a little group.
Yes.
You had a little group, and then eventually you branched off, and did some other things, which is always good. But what would you say to somebody else that's wanting to get started, because the industry is so saturated?
It is
with the same kind of music. There's nothing different, and the young generation love a lot of the old music that we grew up on.
Yes.
Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell is like one of the main ones. A lot of these kids that love that song wasn't even thought of then.
I know. Yes.
So I mean, what would you say be the most challenging thing for you right now, coming back, trying to, release a ballad, a love song ballad that has purpose and meaning, that has something behind it in today's industry?
Well, I can say for me personally, I just think right now, for me, it's the support. It's people, they say they want to support you, but they really don't. They say they want to be in your corner, but they really don't. And I'm a type of person that, if I'm going to tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it for you. And I think that's one of the biggest things. That's what I'm having right now with the single, trying to get people to support me. And they know that I'm a great writer. They know that I'm a great singer. But far as, just, okay, well, I'm going to really support this brother, because a lot of times, people, they say, like I said, they say he supports you, but they really, they just sit back and like, man, oh, he thinks he's all of that. When it's not all about me, it's about me touching the audience, with these lyrics and what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, that's good, because that's a different way to put it out for people to see, because the music nowadays, to me, this is just me, the music nowadays has no kind of meaning. Everybody's just singing.
Yes.
Now, and we come from an era where songs that were written, every song that was written with a purpose.
Exactly. It made you think.
I learned a long time ago, because I used to be the type of person that I had to listen to the beat in order for it to, whether or not I like the song, and then I would listen to the words.
Yes, yes.
But now I have a tendency, I listen to the words first, or listen to the words in the song, and then the beat comes next, because I know, let me see if there's a meaning behind it. Back then, old school songs from 70s to 80s, even in the 90s, early part of the 2000s, people were singing, and there was a message in some of those songs.
Yes.
Now, everything is a solo group, everything is a one-man group, and there really are no groups.
And you're right.
There are no groups, because everybody wants to be a star.
Yes, yes.
Everybody wants to be a star. And some people think that being solo is the best way to do it. And sometimes being a group is the best way to do it. And this is just my personal opinion. But with you knowing all of this and writing a new ballad or writing a new song, do you feel, and like you said, your daughter said she likes it. What do you think, since the release of the LP, what has been the feedback as far as, from your own peers, or, I'm not sure how many of the younger generation have heard the song, how they feel, because, people don't, I'm not going to say don't fall in love, but it's really hard to, these young kids don't dance together anymore. They dance with themselves.
I know that's a whole different topic, a whole nother subject. But no, my daughter and her friends, they listen to the song, and they see, my daughter, she's different because she grew up listening to music because she was around me. So she know good music. So like the feedback I got from them, they said the lyrics are really, they're powerful.
Yes, they are.
And the emotion behind it, the way you singing it, Dad, it's just like you really, it came from somewhere that was really, personal to you. And I said it did, but one thing about it, I wanted to reach other couples, other people that's going through a situation, with their spouse or their significant other. And the song, like I said, it talks about show me how to love you. A lot of times in relationships, we as I know as a male, we think we know everything, but we really don't. That's when
we don't know nothing.
Yeah. That's
we don't know nothing. Yeah. We think we know something, but we don't know nothing.
Yeah. But that's when the female, they come in and say, you know what, honey, this is what I want to show you. This is what needs to take place. And if that happens, you know what, I promise you, couples will be much, much stronger.
It has that, listening to it, because I listened to it when you called me up and was like, hey, I want to be on the podcast. And, I was like, well, you was like, hey, I'm going to send you the song, check it out, listen to it. And I did. And I checked it out and I was like, okay. Because at first, you remember I told you, it still takes me a while to not just listen to the beat.
Yeah.
Because, certain kind of music, I'm like, man, if the beat catch me, then I can always get the words. But I started listening to it and I was like, okay. But this is a kind of song that, say you on the verge of a breakup or you broke up and then you play this song, you know what I'm saying? Show me how to love you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show me how to love you. Then if the dude is listening to it, he may be like, you know what? I messed up. I messed up. I wasn't loving her.
Yeah.
Now I miss her.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives that, like I said, it has that old school vibe to it, to where there was a message in the music. And if you can perceive the message or receive the message, then guess what? The song has done its job. The singer, the songwriter has done its job. And that's always a good thing to me.
Yeah. And that's what that's where I get my gifts from. I've been writing for a long time, and I just thank God for the gift that He blessed me with, because I can just sit down and just think about some of the things that's going on in this world right now, and I can come up with a whole song, just because of just by just sitting back and just getting everything from God, man. I just give God all the credit.
Now, that's the creator right there. That's the only person that need all the credit to me.
Yes.
Most people don't, they feel like, oh, they give the credit to somebody else, but he gets all the glory.
Yes.
Whenever we do anything. So what future plans do you have? I know you stated earlier you were when's the EP
The
gonna be
EP.
released?
Well, we're working on that right now. As a matter of fact, I just left the studio. I'm doing a song with the lead singer in the group Silk, Lil G. The name of the song is Why Love.
Okay.
And when you hear those lyrics, like, wow. It's just, it's a continuation of Show Me How to Love You.
Okay.
And just this EP is basically going to be about, just love. This is what's missing in this world, this nation right now, love, because all these things are going on, and not only relationships, just like you said earlier, but just in life general. We need to show people that we truly love them.
Okay. And how long have you been working with Lil G from Silk, or have you worked with all of Silk, or?
Yeah, I was on tour with them a long time ago. That's been back in 2000, and but it's been a long time ago. I just remember him. I said, let me call him up and see if he wanted to do a single with me and stuff. So he was like, oh yeah, man, let's do it. So we met in the studio, and we just we did it, man. And the song sounds real good, and it's in the process of getting mixed and mastered right now.
Oh man, that's awesome right there. It's always good to see people reach or recapture their dreams, or recapture something and continue to go after something that they always wanted to do or continue to do, because a lot of times we lose our way.
Yeah. And to me, this really is not about me trying to make any money or get real famous. It's just about me I wanted to, this is the type of person I wanted to reach out to people to let them know that, you can do all things. You can, if you want to release a song, and if you want to make it, get out there, or whatever you have to do, you can do it. And this is really, like I said, for the people that's going through it, relationships, people that's just need, that extra, talk or whatever, that extra, outlet. Show me how to love you. This is something that this extra tool they can use in their relationship.
Well, that is the main purpose and goal for a lot of the things that we do. I want people to understand that, in this world, there's a lot to be accounted for.
Yes.
There's a lot to be accounted for. There's a lot to do, and some people don't understand. Like you said, you're not trying to get rich off of it, but this is a dream. This is something that you felt was placed on your heart to do, and you did it. You putting it out there. Not most people won't chase a dream. Not most people won't shoot a shot because they scared of the results. And some people say, well, oh, I'm too old to do this. The let me say this. You ain't never too old to do nothing.
As long as you're breathing. Yes.
You got all the power. There's no such thing as I can't.
Yes.
I can't. I don't know what that word is. I do is what is my motto. And to see you come out, like I said, I was amazed. I was amazed when you called me and reached out because I didn't know who was calling my phone. You know, and I was amazed. You was like, hey man, you know, how do I get on the podcast? You know, I want to, you know, I just released a new single, and it was amazing to hear the excitement in your voice. It was amazing to hear how you wanted to share your gift. It was amazing to hear how you can see yourself elevating. And that, in a sense, is shooting your shot. Because my motto is shoot your shot. Make it happen.
Yes,
and that's what you're doing in making music, writing songs, you know. And that's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
That's a good thing because it helps inspire other people who feel that they can't pick back up something that they actually put down.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, you don't never forget to ride a bike once you learn. You don't never forget how to drive a car if it gets totaled. You don't never forget these things. So it was great to hear that you wanted that, number one, that you picked back up doing what you was doing, but to have the energy and the drive to continue to keep doing what you're doing is what makes this so special.
Yes, and I want to shout out the producer. I think I see him online. KJ, he did the production to the song. He did a great job. This brother, he's gifted. He's done a lot of work in the industry as well.
Okay, all right.
And, you know, just, you know, surrounding myself with people like that, with my manager, Dante, 301 Productions. We have a lot of things that's going on. Like this weekend, we're having a concert at Elevations Kitchen and Cocktails located in Conyers, Georgia. We're going to have some special guests in the house. It's going to be amazing. And those are the things that, you know, I just like to make sure that, you know, we just get out here in this community and do great things. And one of those things is doing concerts and doing different shows at this place, Elevations, Kitchen and Cocktails. The address is 1180 Sigma Road. It's not far from here, Sigma Road. And it's going to start at 8 o'clock. And guys, never know who you might run into. We're going to have some special guests in the house.
You never know who you might be able to shoot your shot with.
Exactly.
You know, shooting your shot, and people need to understand, shooting your shot is an opportunity. It's not a myth. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to elevate, advance, and achieve.
Exactly.
It's an opportunity. And you can give an opportunity to somebody else. You can go there and guess what? Another opportunity can open up.
Yes.
You know, so.
And that's what it's all about. Opportunities. You know, I'm a writer. If anybody needs songs written, just get in contact with me. My Instagram is Hines.Devon, and my Facebook is.
Hold on, we're going to get into that, man.
Okay. I'm going too fast. Okay.
We're going to let the people know where they can find you, man. Y'all going to be able to find Devon. Y'all going to be able to find Devon. Devon over here. You know, let's switch seats now. Let me ask you this, though, while we're saying, because are there any artists that you have worked with, or are there some artists that you would like to work with in the future? You know, as far as, you know, your career is concerned, you know, it's not dead. It's certainly alive. But are there people that you wish earlier within your career that you work with?
You know what? I would have loved to work with. I mean, it's not too late. I would love to work. would like to work with Babyface because he's a great writer.
Oh, the Face Records, man.
Yes, Babyface. He's an excellent writer. You know, Brian McKnight, another excellent writer. You know, even Stephen Wonder. People like that. You know, the legends. Chris Brown, I would love to work with him. He's a great vocalist, entertainer. He's awesome. So I mean, I would love to work with people like that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's that. Hey, shoot your shot, man.
Yes,
Shoot your shot. Ain't the only. I always say the only shot that's missed is the one that's never taken.
Exactly.
That's the only shot that's missed is the one that's never taken. And it's one thing that I always try to say, and I told my son this, because he's into streaming and YouTube, and he always says to me and his mother, he's going to be the next big streamer. And I tell this to anybody that's doing anything, music, streaming, pictures, videography, DJing, whatever it is. You keep grinding. You keep hustling.
Exactly.
Keep grinding, keep hustling, because you're going to turn around and get rich on accident. I'm telling you.
You have to be persistent. You have to.
You have to stay focused and present in the moment. And most people don't do that. Most people don't do that. They get what they need out of what they're trying to achieve, and they leave. They leave. They don't never get the opportunity to master one thing. Master one thing first, then move on to
the next one. Exactly.
And that's just like in the music industry. You have to master something first before you can say, all right, I'm about to move on to the next, the next episode, the next chapter. So with that being said, what is the next chapter for Devo?
Well, like I said, my main thing, I would love to write for different artists. That's the thing. I sing, I can sing all day, but I like to be behind the scenes, writing and, arranging, vocal arranging.
We can't have you behind the scenes. We need you present in the moment.
But you know what? I mean, like I said, I've been out there already. That's what I'm saying. I want to help somebody else. That's my thing. It's better, like I said in the beginning, it's better to give than to receive. So that's my main thing. I want to work with another artist, get their stuff out there, make sure that their business side of what they're doing, make sure they're on top of their business. Because, when I was younger, I messed up in the business area, but you know what? I want to teach this to somebody else, the business side, not only me writing and arranging, but the business side as well.
I think that is very, very important. So many people get involved. We all want to start a business. We all want to be entrepreneurs. We all want to be our own leaders in whatever it is that we do. And you make a valid point, because most people get into a business or start something and don't know the business aspect of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the business may be doing great, but the business aspect of the business may be failing. And you'd be surprised how many history has repeated itself. There's been so many singers, songwriters, rappers that have been in the game. And because the craziest thing with these kids is they think, oh, he rich.
That's not the case.
I really would like you to explain, if you can, how, if you can, or if you know, I'm not sure. Because like I said, most of these people, most of the young kids think that you make a song and you're rich. You make 2 songs, you're rich. You make an album, you're rich. You make an album, you make a video, you're rich. And I know it doesn't work like that. I'm not in the music business, but I know it don't work like that. I got a podcast. I'm a photographer. I'm not rich on my podcast. Mentally, I'm rich. And I'm very wealthy. Okay. We all are rich and we all are wealthy. But what do you base that on? I don't base it on material possessions. And that's what the young kids do. They base it on material possession. So if you can explain how that money flow sort of works, if you can.
I mean, yes, you really, as an artist, coming into the game, coming into the music industry, it's you will. I'm telling you, you will not make any money in the beginning. I'm just being honest with you, unless you know the business already. You write your own material, you produce your own material. Yeah, that's when the money coming in. But a lot of times, these artists that's coming into the industry, they really don't, do their own material. They have somebody else doing it for them, and they have a budget, and they have a manager. They have to pay the manager. The manager have to pay the person for the video for videos and for all that stuff. All that money come right off the top, and then you get your little piece. So by the time you receive your little amount, I'm telling you, I've been there.
It's almost like being there. You know what? The analogy that I would put to that is like being in a car accident.
Oh yes, I'm
like
following
being
on
in a
that
car
one.
accident. Y'all don't know. These people be on these advertisements. Oh, they got me
$150 million.
$50 million. But how many doctor visits did you have to go to?
Yes.
How many CT scans you got? How many X-rays?
And then you have to pay the attorney and attorney fees.
And the thing is, what people I'm associate how the music business works to a car accident. You got to pay all those people first.
Exactly.
Before you get your check. And you have 150 million, but guess what? If the lawyer know he gonna get you the best treatment possible. And by the time you figure it out, your medical bill is about $500,000. That's almost a good chunk of your 150 million.
Yes, sir.
Then you gotta pay them. They want their money. And then these special places that you went, they gonna have their money. And then by the time you get your settlement, you got 300, 350,000, 400,000. They on the television saying he got me 150 million. So it's the same way in the music business. You have to pay out a lot. Unless the only way I would say I'm winning is, like you said, if you're doing it all yourself.
If you're producing and if you're writing your own material.
Now, how realistic is that in this industry that people are doing that, writing their own music, producing their own music, and that in producing your own music meaning making your own beats.
Yes, yes.
You're not having nobody do it. You're making your own beats. You're writing your own lyrics, and then you're going in the booth. You're recording your own song. You're putting it all together. You're mastering it all together, and then you're putting it out. How realistic is that in the industry?
Now, these young kids these days, I can't say the technology that we have right now, they can just have a computer and an interface and a mic, and they can produce their own stuff. So when we was growing up, it was harder, but now,
well, when we was growing up, you didn't have all these samplers. You had. I tried to explain to my son the other day. Groups back then had musicians.
Yes, yes.
It was a drummer. It was a bass guitar. Somebody either behind a piano or a keyboard. They even had somebody that had a little thimble. The little triangle little thing, just to make that one sound. But he was part of the group.
Yes.
So when that person performed, you not only had to book the singer,
you had to book the entire band.
But you had to book the entire band. Because without the band, that singer was nothing. They were nothing. And that's crazy because, like you said, now you get samplers, computer, a microphone. And I seen it now to this day. These kids put styrofoam in a closet, put a microphone in there and record a whole.
Yeah, that's the truth.
You know,
and it comes out sounding really good.
that's amazing. Technology has advanced us to a point that it's hard to be a master in anything. You know, you went to so and so because he was a master at what he did. You went to so and so because he was a master doing video, or he was a master taking pictures. Now, there are no masters. There are none. There are no masters in anything anymore because everybody can do the same thing. We're all on the same playing field, but some of us don't have the talent. We're all on the same playing field.
Yeah.
Who's going to be on your starting five? That's what all it boils down to.
Yes, sir.
So, moving on.
we talk about this all day.
We
right?
be on this all day, man. So, what new projects you got coming up? Are there any new projects that you got coming up that you want to let the people know about? I believe you did touch on your album release party.
Yes, I hadn't mentioned the date on that. The album release party is going to be August the 23rd. It's going to be held at Elevation Kitchen and Cocktails. And like I said, we're going to have some great people there. And we're working on the EP. It should be done within the next few weeks. And I promise you, audience, songs is definitely going to touch you.
How many are you planning on releasing another single from the album outside of Show Me How to Love You?
Yes, the one we just finished working on yesterday. The name of that song is Why Love.
Why Love? I don't know. Why Love?
Yeah, featuring Lil G from Silk.
Okay.
And Luke G, he's going there. He's my producer. He did a great job on it as well.
All right, shout out to Luke G. Luke G on the track too. You got Luke G, Lil G,
Devon, and so it's going to be a really good song.
Any collaborations on your album? Any?
Yeah, that's the collaborations right there.
I mean, is that the only collaboration?
Yes, that's the only one. Yes.
Collaboration, but everything else is
all
the rest of the album is just you.
It's just me. Yes.
Okay, so how do you feel about it?
I mean, I feel good. I mean, I just like I said, my thing is I want to release something that can touch people right now with all this stuff is going on. Like I said, I'm on this thing about love because love that's the most important thing. Like they mention that in the Bible all the time. The greatest gift from God is love. So that's why I wanted to really hit on that. Love. Love is so important.
What does your next single that you're releasing, your next single, what does that single mean to you?
Well, a lot of times, it goes back to Show Me How to Love You. And like I said, the title of the song is Why Love. And some of the lines, some of the words is why love, if it always ends in pain, why fall? Because a lot of times, you get into relationships and, you put your all into it. And all of a sudden, it's just like, it's no more. And a lot of times people, they're getting, I know a lot of my friends, I speak to a lot of them, I counsel with a lot of them. And, they've been in relationships and, it lasts for a while. And all of a sudden, the other person's like, I don't want to have anything to do with you no more. So that's why it's more of this EP I'm putting together it's more of like a something to rebuild relationships, something to let people know that love is so important in relationships, love and communication. So that's why I'm releasing this next song called Why Love.
All right. Well, I love coming to y'all because your first single, "Show Me How to Love You," is on Spotify.
Yes, it's all on all the music outlets,
On
platforms.
all streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Spotify. You get it on Spotify, iTunes, and
Apple,
Apple
Amazon.
Music, Amazon. Okay, all right. Well, you covering all the platforms, baby. You covering all them. Hey, ain't no, because that's where everybody go to now.
Yes.
You know,
It's on YouTube as well.
Oh, on YouTube. Look at that, y'all. On YouTube. YouTube University. Everybody got at least a good portion of America probably got a degree from there.
I know.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's on all streaming platforms, as well as YouTube, which is good. I don't think we'll see a resurgence of CDs or tapes.
Oh no, that's over. That's over.
No, I won't count it out. I won't count it out. The reason being I won't count it out because in the Bible says everything that was once old will become new again.
Yes.
In me, I hate I did this a long time ago, but I'm into surround, theater sounds, and I gave mine away. For those who don't know, you build it in components, but I gave mine away. I hate I did, but that's always a good thing. It's always a good thing because we have phones and technology, and devices are always in our hands. So we are always able to utilize these devices to listen to music. Because music is the key. It's a healing. It's a healing for humanity.
Yes.
For all of humanity, it's a healing. And it's important, And I think, I haven't heard your second single. I haven't heard it. I think I was on your Instagram. So let me I heard a piece of it. I haven't heard the whole song. I want to say you got a little bit of it on your Instagram. So I was able to hear a piece of it. I think it was earlier today, as a matter of fact. But I really love the "Show Me How to Love You" track. It's a really, really good single.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
It's a really, really good single. And I think that everybody should go check it out, download it, listen to it on your favorite streaming app, and you won't be disappointed, when you do listen to it, everybody falls in love. So I think that's a good thing, so, but, I believe as a singer, songwriter, you have a lot more in store.
I received that. I received it.
You have a lot more in store because you're shooting your shot at what you're in right now. And, that's a good thing to be doing. And hopefully, you could get hold of a future Grammy singer, because I'm already claiming that you're going to get hold of a Grammy singer and help them move to the top. Help them. And with that being said, I know you got a lot more in store as you continue to dive into your music and, continue to create and elevate, because we all need to elevate, baby.
Exactly.
So, kind of, let the people know where they can find you at on your social media platforms. If you got a website, let the people know where they can find you at, where they can listen to your music and, and get in contact with you if they want to work.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me onto this show, sir. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's been great. Come back.
Yes, sir. But I'm definitely giving you a invitation to my listening party.
Okay.
VIP area. Bring your family, friends.
I appreciate it.
But where you can find me, if you go to Instagram, it's Hines.Devon. You can look up some of my videos on there. You can see a lot of things that I'm doing in the community. Also on Facebook, you can go to Facebook under Devon Hines, and you also can find me on TikTok under Devon Hines as well.
He on TikTok, y'all. TikTok is where the place to be.
Yes. And I'm gonna bring this back up this weekend. I have two shows. I didn't talk about the second show. The first show I'm doing is going to be at Elevation Kitchen and Cocktails. The address is 1180 Stigma Road. That's located in Conyers, Georgia, 30012. The show is going to start at 8 o'clock. And, I promise you, you're going to run into some great people. The food is good. Me and my partner's doing Dante, 301 Production, Dante Daily. We're going to make things going to be really great there. And then I also have something going on that same day at A Bite to Eat. I'm hosting this event with this young lady, Ashley Perryman. She's a great singer out in Loganville. The name of the place is A Bite to Eat. And the food is great there. Also, it's a close friend of mine, Gary Howard, him and his wife, LaDonna.
A Bite to Eat. Well, you're going to be at Elevations first.
I'm going to be at A Bite to Eat first.
A Bite to Eat first.
Yeah, I'm going to go there for a couple of hours and help her out.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make my way to Conyers, Georgia at Elevations Kitchen and Cocktails, located in Conyers, Georgia.
Okay. All right. Y'all heard it first, people. Y'all heard it first. Right here on Let Me Shoot Your Shot podcast. Once again, I would like to thank Devon for coming onto the show, reaching out, and being here on this show and blessing us all with his presence. So once again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for being here. And we look forward to having you again on the show.
Are you going to play the song for the guests?
Oh yeah. Let's
show me how to love you.
Yeah. We can let
the audience hear.
Let the audience hear this song. Yeah.
You can go to the streaming platform to get it. Also, iTunes.
Okay. Yeah. Let us play the song for the people, and y'all let me know. Well, y'all let Devon know what y'all think of the song. And like I said, hit him up on his Instagram or any one of his social medias. Hit him up on there and let him know what you think of the song. Like I said, I love the song. I love the song. So this is it right here. Show me how to love you.
A force that transcends logic and self-interest, guiding people to act with compassion, sacrifice, and empathy. I messed up, I broke your heart, and I lost your trust. You told me you were scarred from the very start. Didn't want to hurt you, but I did.
Fellas and ladies, boy, take heed, baby, take heed.
I miss you, I miss us. Can I gain back your show me how to love you. Show me how to talk to you. Show me how to take care of your heart. Show me how to comfort you. 'Cause I want the best for you. Show me how to take care of your heart. Show me. All you needed was some space. I was selfish, I couldn't wait. You needed some time to unwind. But now I push you further away. Baby, please come back home. I miss you. I miss us.
All right. Can't give him too much. We gave him enough.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough right there.
I got one other quick question before we kind of end. Will you do a video?
Yes.
So you are gonna do a video for this song?
Yes.
All right. There you have it. Will be a video, and I'm pretty sure it will be available on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah.
Because that's where everybody go to do the videos now. So YouTube. So it will be on YouTube. So, you know, like I said, once again, ladies and gentlemen, show your love to Devon Hines. Follow him on Facebook, Instagram, as well as download a copy or, you know, listen to the song that's playing in the background, Show Me How to Love You, the new single that's just been dropped. His EP will be dropping very, very shortly. Show this brother some love, support this brother, each one teach one. And once again, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Let Me Shoot Your Shot podcast. Peace.